Apache Kafka is an open source distributed streaming platform, and it was designed to solve mainly two big problems that we will discuss in the next slides: the data integration problem and the real-time processing problem. It was designed to support batch and real-time analytics, and it performs very well at very large scale. We will see that Kafka can scale up to hundreds of servers. More than 80% of all Fortune 100 companies use Kafka at the moment, like Uber, Netflix, IBM, Twitter, Cisco, and many others. Apache Kafka is a solution to system complexity. When you start to integrate, let's say, two systems, you come up with getting data from a system A to a system B. The data can be data that comes from a file, from a database, or whatever. In any case, you can get that job done using an ETL system, a solution that became very popular in the last 20-25 years. ETL stands for extract, transform, and load. It's a procedure of extracting data from one or more sources, transforming and load the data into a destination system. It's relatively easy to connect just a few systems together using this approach. But the thing is that it's a batch process, it's not real-time or near real-time. So you won't get the output in the target system until the process has run. And also, adding more systems adds more integrations, and each integration comes with its own difficulties, like different data format, different protocol, etc. etc. So, as we can see, it's not going to be easy. As we said, it's going to be relatively easy to connect just a few systems together. But the things can become much more complex when we add new data sources, new systems. So the problem is that eventually things can become unmanageable like this. As we see, each data source is connected to a different system, and adding more and more systems and sources will automatically increase the complexity. It's going to become a mess. Integrated systems are fundamentally difficult. It seems easy at first, but always becomes complex. So, if you don't want to build an integration solution yourself, you may want to use something that helps you to sort this out, and possibly based on an open source project. Apache Kafka can be the solution. That's why it was born. Now the question is, how does Kafka help you? Apache Kafka allows you to decouple data streams and your systems. In this way, the source systems will talk directly to Apache Kafka, and the target systems will get data directly from Kafka. In this way, source and target, we will see in the Kafka world, are called producers and consumers, won't communicate directly with each other. All the information transfer will be made through Kafka topics to be more precise. We will see how it works in more detail in the next videos. Okay, after we have seen how Kafka can help us on solving the problem regarding the decoupling of source and target systems, we can move on to the next one, the real-time processing problem. Traditionally, almost all data processing was batch-oriented. That's because real-time processing is just hard to implement. Most of the times we get data from a database with a batch process, and after got the data from it, we do some analysis. ETL is an example of a batch process that reads, for example, transactions from a relational database and transforms this data into a form that is easy to query. In some cases, this approach is good enough. For example, if we don't need answers or actions in real time. But if we want real-time processing, if we want low latency, we need to move to something else. We need to move to something that allows real-time processing. Apache Kafka allows real-time processing. Real-time processing is the process in which a system can input continuously changing data and provide output instantaneously. This approach allows immediate actions and decisions. Examples of real-time processing are data streaming, radar systems, fraud detection, log monitoring, and so on. At its core, Kafka is a messaging system. It decouples the applications that create events from the applications that consume events. They are called producers and consumers in the Kafka world. Producer is able to produce events and send them to Kafka. Consumer is able to get these events from Kafka. The producer doesn't need to know the identity or architecture or language or anything about the consumer. Likewise, the consumer doesn't need to be too aware of the producer. That's because producers and consumers don't talk directly to each other. This is an important concept in Kafka. Okay, what we have seen in this video? We have seen that Apache Kafka can help us a lot on solving two main problems: the data integration and the real-time processing problems. Apache Kafka is distributed as a resilient architecture. It's fault tolerant. It can scale horizontally to hundreds of brokers and can scale to millions of messages per second. It's a very high performance and it has a latency of less than 10 milliseconds. It's pretty much real time. All these characteristics make Kafka as the central nervous system for data. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it was helpful, and if it was, don't forget to like it. This is a video series, so I will create a new one every week. So if you want to be notified whenever a new video comes out, then subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, if something wasn't clear in the video, please post them in a comment section below and I will try to answer them. So thank you and see you in the next video.